Nobody knows how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop sucker. And that's because no one's ever made it that far. We just assume that that's the goal to get to the center, but we never hear about the center these days. We never hear about moderation or common ground either. This week, Gavin Newsom was interviewed and he explained that sanctuary cities mean that non citizens are free to report crime without the fear of being deported. I never heard that before, and I've been listening pretty closely. Everyone seems to have an answer for everything, but the general public, we seem to be the last people to know about it. And that lollipop, well, we're still trying to get an answer to that. And that's the whole point. With no answer, it's so much easier to play us for a sucker. Welcome. Welcome to Conservative Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. We're trying to figure it all out here and discern some kind of logical answers to all these narratives. It's kind of like a landmine field of false narratives, but we're making some progress. In the last few weeks, we've dissected some of the false narratives, which include that Republicans are responsible for the unprecedented migration into this country because we failed to complete the wall, and that conservative policies sent jobs overseas to China. Also, that conservatives are in favor of banning books and restricting healthcare for children. We're adding the one about the sanctuary cities to the list. Abraham Lincoln said that nothing can be accomplished without public sentiment. In the US, public sentiment is at its core actually pretty conservative. You can only push the narrative so far before it snaps back. Paul Engel described it like a rubber band. You want to stretch it as far as possible so that when it snaps back, it never quite snaps back to the place where it started. It's a strategy on the left to push, 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 stretch, stretch, stretch. And it's the strategy on the right to just hate everything and attack each other. It's like two spoiled children fighting, while the rest of us in middle America are just trying to get on with our lives. When we step out of this shouting match, we can hear new voices and new topics. One such voice is Alex Stovall, running for U.S. Congress from Arizona. Alex brings us the topic this week of having government reform education by getting out of the education business, and how we can start mentoring the next generation of leaders right now. We haven't heard about the mentoring or empowering people for a long, long time. And oddly, we've heard the idea of the government getting out of the business of education on both the right and the left. We look forward to welcoming Alex to the Saturday Call. We might not ever know how many licks it takes to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop sucker, but maybe that was the wrong question anyway, because the center is always there. It might feel like we're licked sometimes, but without a center in this country or anywhere in the world, no one is going anywhere. And if you believe otherwise, well, you're the sucker. If you'd like to join us at Conservative Coffee Hour, Conservative Coffee Hour is every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I will include my email in the description of this video. I'll be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.